Fyodor Dostoevsky's novels are peopled with complex characters, but among his most compelling are the holy idiots, figures like Prince Lev Myshkin in The Idiot and Alyosha Karamazov in the Brothers Karamazov. These characters, marked by childlike naivety, spiritual purity, and an almost reckless goodness, embody a paradox. They are both foolish in the eyes of the world and profoundly wise in their moral clarity. We're going to explore the archetype of the holy idiot in Dostoevsky's work, examining characters like Myshkin, Alyosha, and others, their role in his philosophical vision, and their enduring relevance. The holy idiot, defined the term holy idiot, draws from the Russian tradition of the Yurodivy, or fool for Christ, a figure in Orthodox Christianity who rejects worldly wisdom for divine truth. These individuals often appear eccentric, socially awkward, or even mad, yet their actions reveal a deeper spiritual insight. Dostoevsky, deeply influenced by Orthodoxy, adapts this archetype to explore the tension between innocence and corruption, faith and skepticism in a rapidly modernizing world. Holy idiots in Dostoevsky's novels are not merely naive, they are actively good, often to their own detriment. They trust others implicitly, forgive without hesitation, and love without judgment. Their purity makes them vulnerable in societies driven by ambition, deceit, and cynicism. Through characters like Myshkin and Alyosha, Dostoevsky asks, can such goodness survive in a fallen world? And is it truly foolish to live by faith and love? Prince Myshkin, the idiot as Christ figure. In The Idiot, 1869, Prince Lev Myshkin is the quintessential holy idiot. A young nobleman returning to Russia after years in a Swiss sanatorium, Myshkin is gentle, empathetic, and utterly guileless. His epilepsy and social awkwardness mark him as an outsider. His sincerity disarms those around him. He sees beauty in everyone, even the flawed and vicious, and seeks to love without possession or judgment. Myshkin's Christ-like nature is evident in his interactions. He forgives the manipulative Nastasia Filipovna, loves the vain Aglaya Epanchin without demanding reciprocation, and treats the jealous Rogozhin with compassion, despite their rivalry. The famous declaration, "Beauty will save the world," reflects his belief in the redemptive power of spiritual and aesthetic harmony. But Myshkin's goodness is his undoing. His inability to navigate the intrigues of St. Petersburg society leads to tragedy. Nastasia's murder, Rogozhin's descent into madness, and Myshkin's own mental collapse. Myshkin's failure raises a central question in Dostoevsky's work. Is holiness sustainable in a world of human flaws? The prince's purity exposes the corruption around him, but cannot overcome it. His idiocy lies not in a lack of intelligence, but in his refusal to compromise his ideals. To the cynical, he is a fool. To Dostoevsky, he is a mirror reflecting humanity's lost innocence. Alyosha Karamazov, the quiet saint. In The Brothers Karamazov, 1880, Alyosha Karamazov embodies a quieter, more grounded version of the holy idiot. The youngest of the Karamazov brothers, Alyosha is a novice monk guided by the wise Elder Zosima. Like Myshkin, he is naive, trusting, and compassionate, but he is less fragile, more rooted in practical faith. Alyosha's holiness manifests in his ability to listen, mediate, and inspire others to confront their own consciences. Alyosha's interactions with his fractured family, his sensual father Fyodor, his intellectual brother Ivan, and his passionate brother Dmitri show his role as a unifying force. He does not judge their sins, but seeks to understand and guide them. His influence is subtle and profound, as seen in his impact on the skeptical Ivan, who grapples with faith, and the troubled schoolboy Ilyusha, whose death Alyosha transforms into a moment of communal redemption. Elder Zosima's teachings shape Alyosha's worldview, emphasizing active love and responsibility for all. Zosima's maxim, "Everyone is guilty for everyone else," becomes Alyosha's guiding principle. Unlike Myshkin, whose idealism leads to ruin, Alyosha's faith is pragmatic. He leaves the monastery to engage with the world, suggesting that holiness can endure through action, not just purity. Alyosha's idiocy is his unwavering belief in human goodness, even in a family torn by lust, greed, and murder. Other holy idiots, Sonia and Zosima, beyond Myshkin and Alyosha, Dostoevsky presents other characters who share traits of the holy idiot. In Crime and Punishment, 1866, Sonia Marmeladova is a fallen woman whose self-sacrificial love redeems the murderer Raskolnikov. Forced into prostitution to support her family, Sonia retains a childlike faith and humility. Her reading of the Lazarus story to Raskolnikov sparks his confession and spiritual rebirth. Sonia's foolishness lies in her unconditional love for a man who initially scorns her, so this love proves transformative. Elder Zosima in the Brothers Karamazov also embodies the holy idiot, though in a less naive form. A former soldier turned monk, Zosima's wisdom is rooted in lived experience, not abstract ideals. His teachings on love, humility, and universal guilt challenge the rationalism of the era. Zosima's death, marked by the scandal of his body's decay, tests the faith of his followers, and so his legacy endures through Alyosha. His foolishness is his rejection of worldly status for a life of service. The holy idiot, in context, Dostoevsky wrote during a time of upheaval in Russia. The 19th century saw the decline of feudalism, the rise of nihilism, and debates over westernization versus Slavic tradition. The holy idiot reflects Dostoevsky's response to these tensions. Against the tide of materialism and skepticism, characters like Myshkin and Alyosha represent a return to spiritual roots. They challenge the utilitarian logic of their time, which prized reason over faith, by living according to Christ's teachings. The holy idiot also critiques societal hypocrisy. Myshkin's sincerity exposes the vanity of St. Petersburg's elite, while Alyosha's humility contrasts with his family's debauchery. Although these characters reveal the moral bankruptcy of a world obsessed with power and wealth, Dostoevsky does not romanticize them. Myshkin's failure and Alyosha's struggles show the cost of living authentically in a flawed world. The holy idiot archetype draws heavily from Orthodox Christianity, particularly the Yurodivy tradition. Figures like Saint Basil the Blessed, who wandered Moscow feigning madness to speak truth to power, inspired Dostoevsky's characters. The Yurodivy's apparent foolishness masks divine wisdom, a paradox central to Dostoevsky's vision. As St. Paul writes in Corinthians, the foolishness of God is wiser than human wisdom. Myshkin and Alyosha embody this divine folly, offering a counterpoint to secular rationality. Relevance today. The holy idiot remains relevant in our cynical, polarized age. In a world driven by self-interest and division, figures like Myshkin and Alyosha challenge us to reconsider the value of compassion and trust. Their naivety, while impractical, exposes the limitations of pragmatism. Can we afford to dismiss kindness as weakness or faith as delusion? Modern parallels to the holy idiot exist in figures who defy societal norms for moral reasons, the everyday people who act with selfless courage. Like Myshkin, they risk being labeled foolish or naive because their actions often spark change. Dostoevsky's holy idiots remind us that true wisdom may lie in what the world calls folly. However, the holy idiot also poses a warning. Myshkin's collapse suggests that unchecked idealism can lead to destruction. Alyosha's balance of faith and action offers a more sustainable model, urging us to engage with the world without losing our moral compass. The challenge is to embody the holy idiot's virtues, love, forgiveness, humility, while navigating reality's complexities. Conclusion. Dostoevsky's holy idiots, Prince Myshkin, Alyosha Karamazov, Sonia Marmeladova, and Elder Zosima, are among his most enduring creations. They embody the tension between divine ideals and human frailty, challenging readers to confront their own values. Their idiocy is not a lack of intellect, but a radical commitment to goodness in a world that often punishes it. Through them, Dostoevsky explores the possibility of redemption, the cost of innocence, and the power of faith. In 2025, as we grapple with division and disillusionment, the Holy Idiot's message is still actual. They ask us to look beyond cynicism, to see beauty in the broken, and to dare to love despite the risk. Foolish? Perhaps. But in their folly lies a wisdom that endures.